What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the version of you that refuses to change? There comes a moment in every person's life when the excuses run out, when the comfort zone starts to feel like a cage, and when deep down you realize that if nothing changes, nothing changes. And maybe that moment is right now. Maybe you've been telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow turns into next week. Next week turns into next year. And suddenly, you're looking at a life that feels smaller than the one you dreamed about. But let me tell you something you need to hear. Not something soft, not something easy, something real. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your boss, not your friends, not the system, not luck. This is your life. And in this country, where opportunity exists but guarantees don't, you either step up or you settle. And settling is the most dangerous thing you can do. Because settling doesn't feel like failure. It feels like comfort. It feels like good enough. It feels like blending in. But good enough will steal your dreams quietly. It won't shout. It won't warn you. It will just slowly replace your ambition with routine, your hunger with hesitation, your fire with fear. And one day, you wake up wondering where your potential went. Here's the truth most people avoid. You are capable of more, but you're negotiating with your own limits. Every time you hit snooze instead of waking up early. Every time you choose distraction over discipline. Every time you say, I can't, instead of, I will figure it out. You're voting for the version of yourself that stays stuck. But here's the flip side, and this is where your power lives. Every small decision you make is a vote for who you're becoming. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need to feel ready. You need to move. Because clarity doesn't come from thinking. It comes from action. Think about it. Nobody who ever built something meaningful waited until they felt completely confident. Confidence is a result, not a requirement. The entrepreneur who risks everything. The athlete who trains when nobody's watching. The person who breaks generational cycles, they don't have less fear than you. They've just decided that fear doesn't get a vote anymore. And that's the decision you're being called to make right now. Not next Monday. Not January 1st. Not when things calm down right now. Because the longer you wait, the heavier it gets. The doubt grows louder. The excuses get smarter. And the gap between where you are and where you want to be keeps expanding. But here's the good news. You don't have to close that gap all at once. You just have to take one step. One uncomfortable step, one disciplined action, one moment where you choose growth over comfort. That's how everything changes. And in a world that rewards consistency more than talent, that one step, it matters more than you think. But before you take it, there's something you need to understand, because what's really holding you back isn't what you think it is.